What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown today. We're going to be using a Choice Band Entei team with a pretty standard moveset right here, with Stone Edge, Extreme Speed, Sacred Fire, and Flare Blitz. We do obviously need to run an Adamant Nature because Extreme Speed and Sacred Fire are event moves, but this can break through Chansey and Assault Vest Tangrowth, which are both really great Ash Greninja switch-ins. Other than that, we have our Volt turn core right here of Magnet Tapu Koko, Assault Vest Magearna, and Defog Lander's T. Defog is really nice to help out our Entei and get rid of those hazards, specifically T-Spikes and Rocks, but yeah, we can use this core to get in Greninja and Entei safely, and then finally with the Electric Terrain up, we can go for game with Hawlucha at the end. So that is going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out alongside me. If you are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any competitive Pokemon content, and I'll be right back with our first match. Alright, we got our first match right here up against a nice Porygon Z squad. Could be Z conversion, but unfortunately this guy does have a Rotom Wash, which means that we're definitely going to have to get rid of that before we can do anything with our Entei. We could try to score a burn on it early or something like that, but really Koko plus Hawlucha are the way it is that we're going to tear through this guy's team. So I'm going to try to get up rocks early. Maybe we can catch like a T-Tar or Cortana lead. He leads off with this Tapu Koko. I'm not sure if this is specs or not, but since my Magearna isn't actually very important, I'm just going to go out into that right now, probably on an HP Ice. Just goes right for U-turn, so I could have stayed in, but it's alright. Magearna is, I guess, important for the Porygon Z, but we can try to outspeed that with our Hawlucha under Terrain. I'm just curious as to what type it'll be. He just goes right out into it. I could try to Flare Cannon, or I can just Volt Switch out. Goes for Z conversion. Let's see what type. Probably Electric. Yeah, there's the Electric type. So this is interesting because what I can do here is just go right into my... It's going to be tricky. I think I'm going to go go Hawlucha first and just throw off a high jump kick. This thing is not very bulky, and we do get a defense boost, and we should outspeed right here, so we need to hit this though. We do, it does quite a bit. And unfortunately we lose our Hawlucha early, which is pretty much what I had to do if this guy's set up that early, but what I can do now is just go Gren, and just throw off a Water Shuriken, and hopefully we get enough hits to knock him out. Should only require like 3 or 4 maybe from this range. Okay, so we just need to not get 2, which of course we are going to, so that thing goes down. The thing is, Tapu Koko can still definitely sweep his team. Unfortunately, we got 2 right there. I'm pretty sure 3 is the average, but I'll click E-Speed right here and pick him off. So it's definitely not over yet. I can still get up rocks and try to go for a game with my Tapu Koko, but it's definitely going to be a lot harder without our Gren. Gren could have actually done a lot of work and just click Dark Pulse through his team, but he goes out into the Tyranitar now, and I'll just go here into my Landorus T. He might click the Ice type move predicting that, but that'll be alright. He might also just go for Dragon Dance, which is what he's going to do. I'm not sure if you take an Ice Punch from this range, but I have to Earthquake. We take it, and we'll get some helmet damage off. Please no freeze, thank you. And we get off quite a bit of damage right there. That should be Entei range. Actually, he has to, if he clicks Stone Edge right here, then he's actually going to knock, well, if he clicks it a contact move, then he's going to knock himself out. So he has to click Stone Edge. He just goes for Crunch to get the guaranteed kill, which is totally fine. Now, I think right here I just go Entei predicting Cortana, because if it is Scarf, well, actually, Magearna does quite a bit of work against his team at this point, too. I could just go out into that, because he goes Tapu Koko, and I can't let my own Koko get weakened, because if it is, like the same Hawlucha set as mine, he could sweep me with that. So what I'll do right here is just go right for probably a Volt Switch. We will be slower, so I'm assuming that my Entei can take a hit right now and just fire off an attack. So I'll go out into Entei, and it should be able to take 1 hit from full, and I can just throw off like a Sacred Fire. And unfortunately that he got 50% off on my Magearna right there. This goes right for U-turn. Let's see what he wants to bring in. Probably either Hawlucha or Rotom. Rotom is definitely his better play. And that actually does quite a bit. Do we get the burn? No burn, unfortunately. So I still do need to weaken this for my Tapu Koko. Do I preserve this or do I go Magearna? I'm going to go Magearna. Just because I don't want to get swept by Scarf Leaf Blade. He just goes right for that, which is perfectly fine. I can just Volt Switch out. He actually misses a Will-O-Wisp, which is great because I can Volt Switch out of here. And that should be Tapu Koko range now, so I'll just go out into this. And after leftovers, I don't know. I'll go ahead and calc this. Tapu Koko, offensive pivot against Rotom Wash. Let's just assume he's like a pretty defensive set. Rotom Wash, OU defensive. T-Bolt definitely knocks him out, so I think I'm just going to go for that. And that thing goes right down. So now it's going to come down to, first of all, does he have Poison Jab on Hawlucha? And what's his Cortana set? So he goes Cortana. I think my play is sack Magearna right here. Because Magearna, I mean, Yeah, I can't let Koko get weakened. That's a fact. So he's gonna go for Leaf Blade, and this is fine because I know my Entei can take these. No point in preserving this. I'll just go for a Hidden Power Fire, and he gets a Beast Boost. I'm really hoping he's locked into that. I mean, I guess I kind of hope he's not, to be honest, because then I might be able to solo his team with Tapu Koko. But I'll just go right here for the Sacred Fire. Sacks off his Tapu Koko right there, which is perfectly fine. And this is gonna be an interesting endgame because he has to go Hawlucha. It's not gonna get an Unburden boost, and he has to hope that it knocks me out, which it doesn't. So now we can throw off a Sacred Fire on that. I think he might Scarf Leaf Blade sweep me though. So I'll go for Sacred Fire. He's definitely Scarf Leaf Blade. If he's not, then I'll be very surprised. Goes right for Leaf Blade, and I'll just go Tapu Koko now, and I guess I have to click Thunderbolt. It should be able to knock him out with the Magnet, but I'm assuming he's Scarf right now. He is indeed, and that's going to be able to knock me out. So really that Porygon Z setting up early and me getting 2 hits on Shuriken was the big deal right there. Had I gotten the average of 3, we would have gotten our Battle Bond and been able to go in, but that's alright. That's Mons, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. Definitely don't think I'm going to be clicking Sacred Fire or Flare Blitz that much, just because he has the Gyarados, the Garchomp, and Flash Fire Tran. So what I think I actually want to go for game with is my Hawlucha, but we do have to somehow weaken that Zapdos in order to do that. So what I'm actually going to do here is try to get up rocks early to do that. So we're going to lead Landorus right here. He leads off right with the Zapdos, so not the lead that I wanted, obviously. I'm just going to go here into my Magearna, I think. I could U-turn, but he might Heat Wave. I think he should just HP Ice turn 1. Don't think he would predict so early, but Magearna's a safe play right here. It'll probably invite in Tran, which can get up rocks, but then I don't think he would go Garchomp on a potential Flare Cannon. So we get on Magearna right here. He does just go right for HP Ice, which is cool, and I'll Volt Switch out just because he actually goes for what, Gigavolt Havoc? For an Overdrive, we'll live that pretty easily. And we can go ahead and Volt Switch out. So now the question is, what do we threaten him out with? I guess that's going to be our Tapu Koko now. And I'll Scout with... No, I'm actually going to Volt Switch, I think, because I want to get in my Entei safely. He just stays in, probably to Roost. I guess my play is Entei right here because it doesn't do a ton, and I can't let anything else get weakened. This goes right for T-Bolt, which is perfectly fine. I'll just... the Stone Edge. He's actually max speed, wow, okay. I mean, Entei wasn't going to break through like the Gyarados or the Garchomp anyway, so I don't really mind that at all. And I'll just go right here into my Greninja. And click Dark Pulse because he hasn't Mega Evolved his Gyarados yet. And we do get our Battle Bond, so this thing can definitely do some work. I'm curious as to what Chomp set he is though. If it's Scarf, then I definitely have to keep Landorus healthy, but now we have 2 win conditions in our Hawlucha and our Greninja. Goes right out into Fairthorn right here. I'm assuming he's just going to try to get up Hazards, so I'll just go ahead and do the same. He might Leech Seed me too. Yeah, there's a Leech Seed, but he's not actually getting any recovery off of it, so I'll get up Rocks now. He'll probably do the same. Yep. And I mean, I'm just gonna Fish with Earthquake because I think he Leech Seeds right here, but I'll U-turn and bring out my... I don't want to get swept by Scarf Cortana, so actually Landorus can prevent that. I'll go Magearna right here because we do have Hidden Power Fire, and I think you like go for Gyro Ball, which doesn't do a ton. And I just want to weaken this guy, so I'm gonna go for Hidden Power. Does a lot. Goes right for Leech Seed, and I'll just Hidden Power again. I don't care if you go Tran. He has Protect, so he'll be able to stall me out, but he doesn't get as much recovery as he would have liked. And I can actually go hard Hawlucha right here and just go, like, I know we're not Mega Evolved, but since he's actually not protected right now, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And if he gets the double Protect, then that would suck. Or that would suck too, okay. And there's a Leech Seed. Alright, so now what I got to do is Roost up, because I'm not letting that happen. And I guess I'll just try to hide Jump Kick again. I think he's going to be able to knock me out anyway. I guess we just hide Jump Kick. He gets the double Protect, actually. Okay, this is not going well because he just knocked me out. I've not been getting luck this live. Okay, we're going to go Gran. And just go right here for the Dark Pulse. Maybe we can flinch him down. That actually 2-hit KOs. Gets the Leech Seed off, though. Okay, I'm going to go Lando right here. Just because I feel like you have to protect. That Hawlucha scenario was terrible. There's a Gyro Ball. He takes Rocky Helmet. Alright, we can still win with the Greninja. It's just going to be a lot harder without our Hawlucha now. get a crit and Leech Seed miss. So I guess that kind of makes up for it, but like Hawlucha would have destroyed him, so not really. We'll just go for Earthquake again. I need to somehow not get swept by Gyarados, but I think since his Ferrothorn is so weakened right now, there's no point for him to preserve it. Goes for Protect just to scout what I'm going to do, which is perfectly fine. I mean, even with the crit, I think now the next Earthquake should be able to knock this out, as it does. Goes right out into Kartana right here, which I guess is going to try to get Beast Boosts and all that. I need Greninja to get, like, a lot of Shuriken hits. Alright, we're going to go here. We're going to let him weaken me with the Rocky Helmet. Well, he's going to get weakened by Rocky Helmet. And he's Life Orb, so good information. Because he gets an attack boost, so he's not timid. If he was timid, I would have to Shuriken. But now I can go Gren right here. There's no webs up, right? And I think I'll just Hydro Pump. I mean, I really want to... Actually, Dark Pulse is my best play right in this scenario. Yeah, so we knock that out. And I think we should be able to win with this combination. So he goes Gyarados, which definitely makes sense. It might actually be a little bit harder because he's going to Mega Evolve. And I guess he's going to Dragon Dance. We need a flinch. Actually, we need 2. Just go through it for that, though. So this might actually be fine. Because I can go out into this and just T-Bolt for the knockout. No point in him preserving this. And this is where Hawlucha would have been so good. Goes Garchomp. I just have to hit in Power Ice. He's Scarf, and he's going to be able to knock me out. So I knew either Garchomp or Kartana would be Scarf right there, but that really sucks. Had we had our Hawlucha alive, then that would have been pretty great, but it's alright. I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. This guy's pretty weak to Choice Band Entei, but we're really weak to Tapu Lele plus Zam, so I need to keep my Magearna healthy, but I think he's going to predict either my Entei or my Lando to lead, so he's probably going to lead off with Gran. I could try to catch it with Koko, but it could be Scarf, I guess. I'm going to try to catch it with... Well, I don't want to let Magearna get weakened so early. I'm going to lead Koko right here, because he is going to lead Gran. I don't think he would be Scarf Gunk Shot. I think he has to be Battle Bond, so I'll go right here for the... Just go right for a Volt Switch. I really want to... He actually just stays in and lets me knock him out. What was he predicting? I don't know, but that's fine with me. And I'll go right here into my... Probably Greninja. Greninja kind of... No, Greninja tears him apart. He doesn't have a Water Resist now. So I'll go Entei, I think, because that'll force out Lando. And at the very least, we have our own Lando switch in. I mean, and if he goes Zygarde, we should be able to respond to that too. With our Hawlucha. I mean, obviously that didn't work out, but maybe it can work out this time. He goes Zygarde, which definitely makes sense. I can't go for the Sacred Fire Burn. So what I gotta do is go Hawlucha right here and get my defense boost. And just goes right for a Dragon Dance. I know we can take a plus 1,000 arrows, so I'll just go right here for... Probably just High Jump Kick, because like... Okay, so we do hit it, which is cool. He goes right for Dragonium, which is able to just straight knock me out. Wow. Well, at least we know what the set is, and Hawlucha could have done work, but he has like a lot of answers, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty sure Magearna goes down to +2, so maybe it would have been better to save that, but we can Earthquake right here. We know that he can't knock me out with any 1,000 arrows. Do I see the value of this, or do I just get up rocks? I don't want him to like randomly sweep me because he like crits extreme speed, so I'll just go for Earthquake. He tries to Outrage, and he'll go down to Rocky Helmet. So Rocks was actually my play right there, but if you 1,000 arrows, then that was definitely not my play. Magearna being healthy still is still really big, so that's really nice. And he doesn't have any good Sacred Fire switch-ins at this point. Or Greninja switch-ins, for that matter. So that's definitely looking good. Hoping it's Assault Vest Magearna and not Shift Gear. He goes Alakazam. I don't think I preserve this. I could lose to Scarf Lando, though. So I think I can let my Magearna get weakened here, and just go out into that. He traces my Soul Heart, and goes right for Psychic, which doesn't do a ton at all. And I'll throw off a Flare Cannon just because I feel like you have to go Lando or Magearna. So he does go Magearna, and that does appear to be Shift Gear, actually. So I'll just Volt Switch out, because I think you Shift Gear right here, and I can go Entei on that. So there's a Shift Gear. Entei can take a hit, unless he's like Fight Z. Because if he's Fairyam, I know we take that. He needs like T-Bolt Para right here. And I'll just go right here for... I'm just going to Flare Blitz. I don't want to like miss Sacred Fire. It switches out into Landorus T, which is fine. We'll scout the set. That actually does a decent amount, but he's clearly defensive. And I guess I just... I don't want to choke this endgame, basically. So I'm going to go Lando right here. Hopefully on an Earthquake. Goes right for Toxic, actually. So I could have stayed in, but it's alright. I'll just go right here for the... Rocks could actually make the difference, so I'll go for Rocks. He'll probably just goes for Block, so I can't switch out now. This is a really weird Lando set, but I'll go for U-turn. Hopefully, I was kind of hoping we'd get a slow U-turn out right there. But what do I think he clicked? I think I'll just go Entei. It's my least valuable mon at this point. Because we can play offensively around the combination of other mons. So now I just Flare Blitz again. And that'll be able to knock that thing out. Now he's forced out into either Timid, Tapu Lele, or Alakazam. Which we can definitely handle the combination of with our Magearna still healthy. I'm just going to stay in though because my Entei is in range of Magearna now, so it's not really worth saving. And I want to try to get my Battle Bond eventually. So he goes Alakazam. Hopefully he like goes for Focus Blast and misses, trying to predict me. That would be ideal, but he should just go for Psychic. Yeah, there's the Psychic, and I have to go Magearna. And I have to Iron Head this. He goes for Hidden Power, which doesn't do a ton, and this should 2-hit KO, just short. So I guess I Flare Cannon here. I can't let my Magearna take any more damage now, so I have to try to play around this better. I could just stay. I think he's going to try to Shift Gear, so I'll go for Iron Head. And then we still might lose to Alakazam, which is definitely a scary thought. So I'm going to preserve this mon and just go Landorus T. Get rid of that very important attack boost. He actually misses Focus Blast. We should go down to Toxic. Well, actually, it's 6% first turn. And I can just Earthquake. Goes right for Ice Beam. And I want to get my Battle Bond right here, so I'll go out into this and Shuriken. Not sure if he would risk staying in, but if he goes Tapu Lele, could be an issue depending on what he has. He does go Tapu Lele, so I could have predicted that and went for Hydro, but that's alright. And does Tapu Koko do anything? Okay, so how am I winning this is the better question right now. Tapu Koko loses to Alakazam, but I need, hopefully Psyshock. No, hopefully Psychic, because either way he won't hit my Gren, and we have Assault Vest to deal with this, so what do I have to switch out into right here? Probably Tapu Koko, right? Because I can't let Magearna get damaged, so we're going to go Tapu Koko. Get rid of his terrain right now. He goes for Moonblast. That might be, I think that's Scarf. Go for T-Bolt. Yeah, that is Scarf. So now I just go out into Magearna. And I'll just go ahead and click Iron Head. Should be able to pick up a kill. And pretty much I need to knock this thing out with Iron Head too, because so he sucks off the Magearna, which is fine. So we get an attack raise. I guess I just go... Magearna's gonna have to solo the rest of his team, pretty much. So he goes back to Tapu Lele. Is he gonna try to Hidden Power Fire me? What does he have? Does Gren do anything at this point? Not really, so I'm going to go out into it, and if he's like Calm Mind, then he goes for Focus Blast. So now, at least now we know he's clicking. Greninja could not have knocked out Alakazam because of the terrain, so now I go back to this, and I click Iron Head. Goes for Focus Blast, and this might knock him out. Just comes short. It's going to come down to whether or not we live the hit from Zam. He's hitting every hit. Okay. Magearna, you need to live a hit and knock him out with Flare Cannon. Which I think it can. Because we're Assault Vest, we take a Psychic. He has to hit 3 Focus Blasts in a row. 4, actually, because he hit the one on Greninja too. So can this man connect 4 Focus Blasts? I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that can knock me out. Unless he has Psyshock too. But I don't know, he's not sitting out Zam when it's his last mon right now. There it is. And come on, Magearna, live this. Don't hit your 4th Focus Blast in a row. I need this luck. If he has Psyshock, then GG. I'll take it, but he's really debating on what to click. He goes for that, and the game ended, so we connected our Flare Cannon, and we pick up a win. So really nice that our Entei managed to break through that Landorus T right there, and Magearna managed to come through in the end. I knew that Magearna would be an important mon against a team like this, and I'm really glad that we managed to pick up the win. So I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. This looks like a team I would use with the Mega Manectric plus Landorus T, but he does also have the Tapu Bulu to support that Kartana, which is definitely a big threat under terrain, but if we can get the Hawlucha in under with the Electric Seed boost, we can outspeed that, which would be nice, but hopefully if it comes down to Shuriken, we get like multiple hits on that. I'll lead off here with my Landorus, as he leads right off with Manectric. I know we take an HP Ice, so I don't think he stays in, so I'm going to go for Rocks. If he stays in HP Ices, then it would suck because this thing is kind of useful for Tapu Bulu and Kartana, but we would still switch out and preserve the Intimidate, which is fine. I'll just go Magearna on that. Because Magearna isn't really going to be breaking through anything with Tapu Bulu and Heatran right there. And it'll just get worn down by Tapu Fini. So he does switch out into Landers, which is definitely his smartest play. And I'll just go ahead and U-turn out now. Hopefully it's a slow U-turn, so that way we can scout what move he wants to go for. So we'll see if we see an item right here. We do see Rocky Helmet. And I'll go Gran. And I think I'll double out, expecting either Tapu Fini or Tapu Bulu. And I think that mon's going to be our... I think our Landers. Landers doesn't... I mean, I did say I want to preserve the Intimidate. Let's see what he did. Switches out into Tapu Fini, which is perfectly fine. I can weaken this thing with Earthquake for my Gran, but the thing is, I won't be breaking through Tapu Bulu anyway, so I'll just U-turn out. Not sure if he would Moonblast, Defog, what exactly he wants to do right here. Because his team is actually really threatened by hazards. He goes back to Landers, which is totally fine. It's definitely going to be annoying to break through, though. Alright, so what I'm actually going to do is just go Gran and start clicking Surf, because I do want to start getting damage off on stuff. I could just start getting up spikes too, but if he goes back to Fini, it's not really going to accomplish anything, so hopefully this does a decent amount. It does, which is cool. And he's going to get leftovers. I think I just want to continue damaging him. Because as I said, Greninja is not going to be doing a ton. Goes right for Nature's Madness, which is fine. How much has our Hydro Pump's been doing? It's not really a roll. He's going to go for Moonblast. I'll go for Hydro Pump again. Will we go 3 for 3 for Hydro Pumps? We do. We got a super low roll that time. That is a Moonblast, which is totally fine. Because I can just go... We already weakened his Landers a bit, right? Yeah, I can go Tapu Koko now. Which can actually come through in the end. I'll go right here for the... I don't want Manectro coming out and getting a Lightning Rod boost. I'll go for T-Bolt. And knock that out. I guess he tried to see if I wanted to over-predict, but I guess Manectro can come out now. And he might not even Mega Evolve it, which would definitely be a 50-50, because I wish we had U-turn. So actually goes out into Tapu Bulu, which is fine. I'll just go Landers on this to get off the Intimidate. How can I win this match? I think I need to win with my Hawlucha at the end. So actually this goes right for Swords Dance. I'm curious as to whether he's faster than me, but he's going to be taking Rocky Helmet damage either way. And my Entei will... Actually, Entei might not. No, it will. Okay. So I'll just defog. Goes right for Horn Leech, and this will allow me to bring in my Entei right here. And as obvious as Tran is, I'm not predicting it. I'm just going to go right here for the Sacred Fire. Because I'm not sure if he would stay in expecting to outspeed like Adamant Entei or something. Because I don't even think Adamant Entei even hits any barrier in OU. Like there's no reason to run Adamant, you just run less speed than that, but certainly can't be as low as Tapu Bulu. He does go Heatran. That's fine. He'll get a Flash Fire boost, and I'm still trying to go for a game with my Hawlucha. So this isn't that big of a deal. And I'll just go out here into my Magearna, I think. What do I feel is less important? Because I can't stay in. I have to go Magearna. This Gusty Train is really annoying. That's a Flash Fire boosted attack, and it did like 50. So now I'll Volt Switch, and I need to somehow get in Hawlucha safely. So what can Hawlucha set up on? Landers? Landers and Tapu Bulu, mainly. So I think Tapu Koko can actually bait out Tapu Bulu, so if we can Volt Switch out on that, we can try to go for a game with Hawlucha, which is definitely what I'm going to try to do right now. So he goes Manectric, which gets a Lightning Rod boost. Interesting scenario. Because we should be able to live one hit because Electric Train's not up and I can Flare Cannon this thing down. Which would be definitely ideal. Hopefully we live a Flamethrower. If he has Overheat, then we're not living. So we did live that, and we can go right here for the Flare Cannon. Bring him really low. And that's extreme speed range now, which is cool. I'm definitely just staying in right here. I'm just going to go right here for Flare Cannon. He could have tried to use that to get a Beast Boost and maybe swept me, but that wouldn't have been smart. So now what I have to do is... I think I win with Hawlucha either way, so I'm going to go Tapu Koko. And just go right here for the Hidden Power. I guess Volt Switch is actually my better play, because even if he switches out, then he can... Into like Tapu Bulu, I can just go Hawlucha and set up. So he does go right for Volt Switch, hopefully not into Landers, which we can knock out anyway, but like... I want to go out into a mod that doesn't allow me to set up. That does allow me to set up. So he goes Tapu Bulu, which is smart because I actually don't get my terrain boost. Okay, so I only have one more switch in with Koko, which means I'm gonna have to play this smart. Alright, so I'm just going to Stone Edge right here expecting he Tran, because I need to 2-hit KO it. And then pretty much I need to get on Hawlucha, and if we get the Unburden boost, I think we just win with it. Because we got off all the damage on Manectric. So, it does go Tran, we do get that hit off. I think this is where I do it. I'm just going to go Tapu Koko, and then go Hawlucha. Because we can high jump kick this. I'm not sure if he has Protect or not. I could try to Swords Dance up, but if he like Magma Storms me, then that could be pretty bad. Let's see. Goes right for Earth Power. Now I get in Hawlucha. And this is the scenario that I've wanted. Even if he has Protect, it shouldn't be the biggest deal. I go right here for high jump kick. And I should be able to outrun his entire team with this. Especially since I think this is offensive Tran, it might not have Protect. All we need to do is hit our attacks, and we should be fine. Honestly, if Cortana comes out, unless it's like Shattered Psyche, it shouldn't be able to knock us out. But I think he's realizing that he doesn't have a counterplay to this, because if he goes Landers, I just SD up and then start roosting. So yeah, we're going to do that, get an SD up. And this thing should be able to win for us. I'm literally glad that I didn't switch it in earlier, unlike anything else. Goes right for Hidden Power. As I said, we have Roost, so we can take those just fine. Goes right for Hidden Power again. And I can just Acrobatic. I'm just going to try to SD up it one more time, I think. Now I just Roost up, and that should be game. Because we just Acrobatics through his team. +3, we should knock out Cortana. Goes right for Earthquake, actually, so it's predicting me. Okay. I'm definitely going to go ahead and Roost up again, though, because Earthquake's doing less than half. Goes right for Hidden Power. I just Acrobatics now. And then Acrobatics through the rest of the team, and we should be fine. Because, yeah, that thing gives me Rocky Helmet damage, but Scarf Cortana's now outspeeding me. And, yeah, he does go Cortana. This will go down to +3 Acrobatics, right? Like, I understand it has good defense, but yeah, that thing goes down. And Hawlucha's going to be able to pull through, which is cool. He's going to go ahead and forfeit right there, which is really nice. And I'll drop a GG in chat, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. We'll probably end it off on this one, but this guy's team is just threat. He has Dual Weather plus Tapu Lele, and then Hawlucha. I guess that's the Psychic Terrain core, so it's like a Rain, Psychic Terrain, and then Sand. So we have to somehow outplay all of it, and I'll go right here with our... I wish we had Grass Knot on Koko. I think he leads Pelipper. So I'll lead off here with my Tapu Koko. Actually leads off with Tapu Lele. He's going to get up his terrain, which means he's not Scarf because we got up our terrain first. I believe that's how that works. And I'll just go right here for the Volt Switch. Goes immediately into Hawlucha. Okay, he just threw out one of his win conditions. No, this wasn't winning though. I don't think this could have won. I can't pick it off with priority. And we're Electric Seed, so... this is interesting. I just have to go down to a mon that doesn't allow him to set up, which is Entei. And I just get to throw off a Sacred Fire. Because we live a high jump kick. I know it. Goes right for sub. Shouldn't end up mattering. And I just click Sacred Fire again. We just need to not miss. It's 95%, right? Alright, just don't miss this, please. Thank you. I believe Sacred Fire can miss. I think it's 90 or 95% accurate. But this thing wasn't breaking through Pert anyway. Goes Pelipper. Honestly, I think I might just stand. This thing isn't breaking through anything. And a burn on this would be cool. And we do get the burn. Goes right for U-turn, so he's going to get to bring in his Swampert. Which I will definitely get some Rocky Helmet damage on now, because Waterfall is his best play. He actually goes for Power Up Punch. That's actually kind of an issue. Alright, so I gotta switch out on the Waterfall and sack something. Not really, actually, I don't have to. Because I'm going for game with my Hawlucha again. Like, it's the only thing that can actually break everything. So I'll go right here. It can set up on Drill and T-Tar. So I'll just... I need to somehow stall out the rain turns. I'll go try to get up rocks. Goes for Power Up Punch again. How many rain turns does he have? Alright, I gotta sack off Entei right here to a Waterfall. Had I Earthquaked right there, he would have been in Shuriken range. Goes for Power Up Punch again. Alright. I'll just go back to Landers and get even more Rocky Helmet damage on you now. If this is the game you want to play, that's fine. There's a Power Up Punch. Like, eventually you're going to be in Shuriken range, man. I'll just Earthquake now. There's Waterfall. And as long as we don't get 2 Shuriken hits again, we should be fine. So I'll go for Shuriken. Tapu Lele is like ridiculously obvious, but I'll take it. Because we still have Magearna healthy to deal with that. There's Tapu Lele. And his second Terrain Sweeper is gone now, so while that's not going to do anything, we can go out here into our Magearna. And pretty much all I need to do is get in that Hawlucha scenario again, in which I bait out like Drill, make the Hawlucha double, and then set up. Because we just acrobatics / high jump kick through his team. So we get in Magearna right here. Doubles out into Tyranitar actually. Do I care? I mean, this is not his Mega. This is probably his Rock support kind of thing. Go Entei. Sack it off. So it is actually Dragon Dance. Does it matter though? Because what I can do is... I don't think it's going to end up mattering, because what I can do is just the Stone Edge right here for some damage. Then I go Tapu Koko to get the terrain up. And I think Volt Switch out. I don't think you Dragon Dance again, because my play definitely here is Volt Switch. Oh, exactly, we're actually faster. Okay. So Gran's the sack, right? Because if I'm going for green with Hawlucha, I still need Magearna to make sure that I'm not swept by Tapu Lele. So there's a Stone Edge. Then I go Hawlucha now. And do I just bank on living a Stone Edge and go for Swords Dance? Because if I do that successfully, I win the match right here. Or do I hide Jump Kick and then potentially not knock out Pelipper? How much is Pelipper taking from acrobatics? Hawlucha. Electric Seed Sweeper with no item. Item none. And that is Adamant against a Pelipper. 59 to 70. And it's going to be at 61 after... Yeah, it's going to take 25. I'm going to Swords Dance. He switched out. Okay, we got it correct. And I'm going to Acrobatics now. Yeah, we got that 50-50 right. I'm pretty sure we would have lit a Stone Edge anyway. It is high crit ratio, obviously, but we can Acrobatics through his team now, and that should be a GG. Because Swampert can't outspeed me. Tapu Lele definitely goes down. Goes back to Tyranitar. This is going to go down to +2 Acrobatics. Like, no matter what. And all I need to do is hit the high jump kick, and we should be fine. If I miss it, though, then that would definitely be the reason we lose. So that's able to knock him out right there. Get some Sandstorm damage off. It shouldn't make a difference. Alright, Hawlucha. If we actually had Drain Punch here, but hit this, Hawlucha, please. If you hit this, we win right here. And if you don't hit it, we lose right here. We hit it, and knock that thing out, and we can Acrobatics the last 2 Mons now, which is cool. Hawlucha coming through 2 games in a row. And he's going to go Tapu Lele. This can't live in Acrobatics from that range. And even Scarf Lele won't be able to knock me out. So that goes down. I mean, it would be able to knock me out, but it wouldn't outspeed me. But his final Pokemon is Swampert, and he's going to go out into that. I'll go right here for the Acrobatics and seal up the deal. So that is going to be the final match of the live. We end up at 3-2, which is definitely great. After a rough start, starting off 0-2, we managed to pretty much bring it back and pick up 3 wins in a row. So that's really nice. Once again, the team is down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out alongside me. And once again, if you are new, be sure to go to hit that subscribe button down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.